Hello, Morongo Basin and listeners around the world, online at Z107.7fm.com. This is your Z107.7 local news for Saturday, March 8th, 2025. The Flying Doctors are offering free dental and vision care today and tomorrow from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Yucca Valley High School Gymnasium. Appointments for this weekend's events are not required. Patients are seen on a first-come, first-served basis. They're offering free prescription glasses that can be made on-site, as well as dental exams and cleanings from the 22 registered dentists and 11 hygienists. The Flying Doctors are all volunteers, and they'll be at the Yucca Valley High School Gymnasium today until 3 p.m., and then again tomorrow starting at 8 a.m. It's a pretty amazing program, and you can hear an interview between Jeffrey Grabow and Gary Daniel from a recent up-close show on our website, Z107.7fm.com. Tonight is the second Saturday of March, which means downtown Joshua Tree's galleries will open for the monthly Joshua Tree Art Crawl. Here's gallery hopper Jeff Harmatz with more.
That's Lost Puppy Forever, the Lost Puppy-themed band. They're playing at La Matadora tonight as part of an art party that also sees the debut of their new show called Portals, featuring drawings from Mary Evans and Marian Vasquez. The two artists said that they met at La Matadora Gallery many years ago. The opening runs from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Hey There Gallery debuts a new group show called Good Luck, a group art show featuring artists in conversation with folk art traditions. The lineup includes Bunny Reese, Max Kuhn, Itoyo, Bruce Lee Webb, Lily Todd, Ellery Diaz, Ike Morgan, and Fred Stonehouse. There will be a reception from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Coyote Little is hosting an International Women's Day themed art show with their opening running from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. Alien Robot Museum debuts a new group show called Beyond Reality from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. And the Beatnik Lounge will be debuting a new community art show called Fiber Optics, featuring wearables, knitting, crocheting, weaving, quilting, and other fabric arts. They will be holding a reception from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. All of these galleries are close together, so park at one and walk to the others. Reporting for Z107.7, I'm Jeff Harmatz.
Dumping trash in the desert is a problem. It's not a new problem. Littering is so common it probably somehow predates litter itself. And for someone who came up in the age of giving a hoot, something makes me extra angry when I come across a giant pile of trash on a dirt road out in the desert. Sometimes it's just bags of regular garbage that someone has tossed on a dirt road, maybe from a moving car, along with countless tiny bottles of Fireball or 99 bananas. Those are easy enough to clean up, but it's harder when the piles of trash include stuff like appliances, mattresses, and other junk that other people know is a problem. They just want to make it somebody else's problem. And when some desert residents find illegal piles of garbage on their morning walks, they go into sleuth mode and find stuff like mail or receipts that can lead them back to the person whose junk it is in the first place. I love this type of content on Instagram. I follow High Desert Danny and the Desert Cleanse Project, Blight Sites, Desert Balloon Project, Johnson Valley Painted Rocks. There's lots of good Desert Defender content out there if you're looking on social media. But sometimes the trash that's found was dumped by an unscrupulous business owner trying to skirt the dump fees and save a few bucks on an underbid job. With spring on its way and spring cleaning being an actual thing, how can you know that the landscaper or handy person you've hired is actually taking your stuff to the landfill? I called Papa Joe from Papa Joe's Tractor Works.
My name's Joe Cole, but the company name is Papa Joe's Tractor Works. It's fine either way.
I called Joe Cole from Papa Joe's Tractor Works and talked with him about the work he does with his tractor and trailer, a business he started up in 2021.
I do a lot of the jobs where people, the mustard grass just sort of took over, and in a few weeks that stuff can grow up to 3 and 4 feet tall. It's a little bit of everything. I like money, so if I can find a way to viably make it work into what I have time to do, then I usually try and help people out.
I can respect that. I can also respect Joe's love of the desert. He's living what I would define as the desert dream on land adjacent to hundreds of acres of BLM land.
Oh, it's beautiful. I've been coming out here since I was a kid. There's beauty in the desert that people just don't realize. We had a mountain lion on our property at one point, which was interesting. I lost a whole bunch of chickens that night. But, we get quite the amount of wildlife, and it's interesting to watch. I spend thousands of dollars a year cleaning illegal dump sites, and you'd be amazed how many people just go out there and all of a sudden, oh, look, there's a pile of trash down the dirt road. It's like, why would you dump it in the middle of a dirt road? Why would you dump it out in the desert, period?
When he's not cleaning up trash for free, he charges for it too. And Joe says that when he hauls refuse to the Landers landfill, he keeps receipts and shows them to the client. It's part of the invoice and part of the job.
And sometimes people think, oh, this person is way cheaper than your estimate. I understand that, but I have insurance and I have, a company name that I can't afford for people to go, oh, he goes and dumps it in the desert.
Joe says that no matter who you hire, if you want to make sure the stuff you are paying someone to haul off actually makes it to the dump, you got to ask for those receipts.
Yeah, they need to always ask for receipts. And that way, for me, I like to just put people's mind at ease that, look, I have the receipts, here they are. But, there's a lot of guys that do it right. I mean, unfortunately, there's a lot more that do it wrong. And remember that the cheapest guy is not always the one that's going to do it right.
There are always a few desert cleanups brewing. The desert is wide and vast and has many beautiful places where you can toss a refrigerator off the back of your truck. But if you do, you better hope that there isn't a piece of mail stuck in the radiator fins of that old refrigerator with an address on it, because that person that finds the refrigerator and that piece of mail might have an Instagram or a Facebook account. You can see this story on our website for links to all the social accounts mentioned, as well as dates for some upcoming cleanups. And if you need something done with receipts, you can call Papa Joe at 442-205-8389. That'll all be at Z107.7fm.com. A retrospective of paint of Marcia Geiger's work, titled Outpost Points of View, will be displayed at Spaghetti Western from March 6th to April 27th. The exhibition showcases over 30 years of her paintings, inspired by her deep connection to the desert landscape. Reporter Hillary Sloan joins us with the story.
Originally from Nebraska, Geiger's artistic journey began when she moved to the Morongo Valley in 1989. Inspired by the rugged beauty of the high desert, she developed a passion for painting its unique landscapes, structures, and history. Through her work, she captures the region's visual richness and the emotional and cultural ties people form with it. Geiger's subjects range from weathered travel trailers and homestead cabins to desert flora and wildlife. She starts with her photographs and transforms them into detailed, realistic paintings, working primarily in oil on canvas and gouache on panels. I asked her about one of her early pieces, a cowboy set against Monument Valley. She explained.
The cowboy was from an old postcard, and I just thought Monument Valley was a much better background than this flat plain that the picture was actually taken in. And I'll go back in some of these other paintings, it's sort of the same thing. It's like artistic license. It's like I can put any background in I want.
Geiger's work has been featured at the High Desert Artist Gallery, but this 2-month exhibition is at Spaghetti Western. She had been invited to participate multiple times, but the timing never aligned until now. The artist reception will occur on March 9th at Spaghetti Western Restaurant and Music Venue, 50048 29 Palms Highway, Morongo Valley, from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. For Z107.7, this is reporter Hillary Sloan.
The Dale Basin Well Owners Association meets on Sunday to discuss goals for 2025 and vote to approve new bylaws. Members will hear a proposal about forming a group to represent the Wonder Valley community as a whole, and Clarence Chambers will demonstrate water witching, a technique for locating underground water. The meeting is open to the public and will be held Sunday at 1 p.m. at the Wonder Valley Community Center, located at 80525 Amboy Road in Wonder Valley. And tonight, without you knowing it, most of your internet-connected devices will rob all of us of an hour's sleep. A small price to pay for longer days, in my opinion. And if you're like me and you have as many disconnected devices as possible, don't forget to wind your watch and set those clocks an hour ahead early. And that's your local news for Saturday. You can hear local news 7 times a day, 7 days a week at 7, 8, 9, noon, 4, 5, and 6. More Morongo Basin residents get their local news from Z107.7 than any other source. Reporting out of Joshua Tree, California, alongside the award-winning Z107.7 News team, I'm Robert Hayden.